and gentlemen, this woman right here is miraculous. I just want to say just a few words so we can move on with the program because we're running out of time because of all this great energy that we're enjoying between each other. She has done some miraculous things in the community. She has her own, what is it, a vlog? What do we call that these days? A podcast where she'll be talking about these very essential things and other things in mothering, not just doulaship, but after that, like how mothers handle stress and what things are, how to deal with children and a whole host of things. She's also a commentator on Black Tea Brown Sugar Network, which you can find her on Facebook. And they do great, great work. So I would like to introduce Yanna Bay to the stage.
All right, so I would rather stand down here because I'm a little intimidated by the stage. But so yes, greetings everyone. My name is Yanna. Thank everybody for coming. I do appreciate it. And I do have my business cards. I will be handing those to everybody. And if you do use them, there is a 10% off discount if you do use my doula services. So again, my name is Yanna, and I'm the owner of Yanna B Doula Services, as well as the owner and host of The Birthing Hut, which is my podcast, and you can like my page, Yanna Journey, on Facebook. Now, I'm also a doula, as noted, so some of the stuff I might say might sound repetitive, but it's alright, y'all can like it anyway. So I became a doula and I was trained. I completed my training in October and I'm loving my experience so far. Like I said, I'm an independent doula. I've had 3 births, 1 C-section and 2 natural. And giving assistant mothers just gives me life. It makes me see things from a different standpoint because I have 4 babies of my own. So just being in that space is so welcoming. When I completed my training and I started going through the neighborhood and advertising myself and letting everybody know I'm a doula, it's like, what's a doula? Is that the same thing as a midwife? Do I necessarily need you? That sounds like an extra course. I don't have it right now. So it's the tons of questions that are thrown towards me. And I want to answer some of those questions for y'all if that's not completely understood as to what a doula does and what services we offer. So as a doula, I am a part of your support team. We are not a part of the medical staff, so I cannot perform any examinations. No, I cannot catch your baby, but I can be by your side while you are laboring. But we are not medical staff, and we cannot do births on our own. I'm there to support your support team as well. So a lot of fathers go into births with moms and they don't necessarily know what to do. And I'm there to tell him how to comfort mom, or I'm there to say, okay, daddy, go get some coffee or some tea and shoot him out the room real quick because his nerves can be making mommy nervous. And we don't need mommy nervous because once you tense up your muscles, you're not able to get through your contractions. You're not able to relax. You're not able to feel your baby let you know that she's ready or he's ready to come out because now you're worried about your husband. I'm there to support your mother or keep her away from you while you are laboring. So I'm there for everybody in the room, but mostly my focus is on mommy. I'm there to guide you. I am there to meet mommy where she needs to be met. I provide information. I provide community resources if she needs a crib, if she needs a breast pump, anything mom might need, if she's in an abusive relationship, she needs a shelter. That is what I'm there for. 24/7, you can contact me as long as you need me. I'm even there to give you some ice chips and some ginger ale while you're going through labor. I might sneak you some crackers. I did that a few times too. You know, because they tell you you're supposed to birth and not eat. That's not what we do. We like to eat. So, yeah, I'll give you some crackers here and there. But pretty much, I'm also there to build your confidence. And I'm there to help you properly advocate for yourself. I can be there and I can tell the doctor what to do and I can say this and I can say that. But what happens at appointments where I'm not there with you? You're just going to be silent all over again. So my job is to help you open your mouth and say what needs to be said to those physicians that come in. Like she stated, consent. A lot of females just think, okay, this is a doctor, they know what they're doing, I'm gonna let them do it. But if I can educate you enough for you to advocate for yourself, that in itself is a bigger strength than you are aware of. So we need to make sure our mothers know exactly what they're getting themselves into. We need to know what they are being diagnosed with. These are things that we need to understand. And once I guide you through that, I help build your birthing expectations and your reality, and I mold that into a beautiful birthing experience. Because a lot of mothers, I want to have a water birth. I seen it on TV, and that's what I'm doing. But you're not eating right, you're not exercising, you have blood pressure, you was already diagnosed with preeclampsia. Sis, that's not your reality. So instead of you getting heartbroken at 36 weeks because your doctor wasn't upfront with you from the beginning, I'm gonna tell you that, and I'm gonna say, maybe we need to put our birthing plan into action and look towards something else. You can't get in the water, but you can labor in the shower. And when you're ready to deliver, we can take you out and put you in different positions. I'm here to offer you options that are not readily available to you or that you don't know is available for you. I wasn't going to do it, but Sister Dana wants me to talk about my birth story. As I stated, I have 4 beautiful little girls. My last baby girl, she's not last because that's not a but my most recent baby, I did deliver her with my fiance in my house on my couch. So I was 2 weeks overdue. The hospital kept calling. And he's like, are you coming in for us to induce you? Are you coming into labor? And I was like, I'm coming, I'm gonna see you tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow. But my intentions were to give birth at home. Because when I had my first 3, I wasn't listened to. I was ignored. I didn't consent to being touched. I didn't appreciate the first face that my daughter saw with somebody who I felt assaulted by. So I shouldn't have to put my daughter through that experience. When my child comes out the womb, the first thing she needs to see is my face, not bright lights. She doesn't need to hear a whole bunch of rustle and bustling going on. She just needs to be on me. I was scared as hell. My husband was scared as hell. My mother was scared as hell. She said, is you really feeling to do that? And I was like, yeah, I'm going to do it. And it was beautiful. I came to Sister Dana. I got my teas and my herbs. And I was like, I got this. I got this. And we had it. I was in labor for 26 hours. It wasn't bad, though. It wasn't bad. I promise you. It is on my Facebook page. My birth story is out there. You can look it up. It's on YouTube. It was not bad. I didn't scream. I didn't cry. I probably called him a couple names. But that's besides the fact. But it wasn't bad. I knew what I was doing was going to benefit me, my health, and was going to benefit my child. So when I'm on that couch, leg up, turned to the side, and I delivered her. She came out, my husband got her, tied the cord up, and just placed her on my chest. It happens until 1, 2, 3. Labor was 26 hours, delivery was a whole of 5 minutes. She came out, no medication, no nothing. And we didn't go to the hospital after. They called me the next day and they was like, you're still not here? I was like, she's born. And the hospital said, well, we gotta check you. No, you don't. My husband checked me. My uterus is on point. I know how to push that back in place. Why? Because this is research that I took upon myself to do to make sure that I would depend on me and mine. And all that ties up to what I'm getting ready to talk to y'all about. So like I said, as a doula, we need to educate y'all. We need to provide y'all with information. We need to provide y'all with resources. So I'm gonna give y'all a freebie. I'm gonna be your doula for like a good 5 minutes, and I'm gonna give y'all some education. Okay? No charge, free of charge. I got y'all.
Get a round of applause for that.
Thank you. Okay, so as we do know, you did touch this briefly, the story of Serena Williams. Even if you don't know the details of her story, we know that she is a black woman in a hospital giving birth that was ignored. That's it. We don't need to know she was a tennis player. We don't need to know her husband was, we don't need to know all of that. Because that did not count when she was being ignored. It did not take that into consideration. So from her story, every woman should take one, listen to your body. You need to know your body and you need to listen to it. And if you don't know your body, you need to learn how to listen to your body. You need to stop listening to outside noises and understand what's going on with you, because can't nobody take care of you the way you take care of yourself. And if you're dependent upon somebody else to take care of you, that's when you wind up in trouble. The second thing we need to take from her story is that we need to learn how to speak up for ourselves. Every mother I have been with as their doula sits down, let the doctor talk to them, talk at them, not even communicate. It's not a back and forth conversation. Somebody is talking at you. And at this point, you feel like a child. You don't even want to ask them to explain, because they're talking, you know they're talking down to you. They don't even try to be friendly. It's like, this is what it is. This is going to your chart. Have you ever looked at your chart? Do you know that if you are considered poverty and black, you're automatically high risk? They don't care about anything else. You're automatically deemed a high-risk pregnancy because you're poor and black. But you don't know that because you ain't look at your chart. So these are things we have to make sure we educate ourselves on. I'm sorry, I got away from myself a little bit. So yeah, we just need to get over the whole white coat syndrome. Once we get through that, we black ladies, we powerful. Black women in this country are dying at rapid rates. We are dying at 4 times the rate of white women while giving birth. And those statistics have nothing to do with our socioeconomic demographic factors. Serena is proof of that. Judge Hatch's daughter-in-law, she actually died. She is proof of that. They allowed her to bleed. This has nothing to do with us being poor. It's just that they don't want to listen to us. And that stems from the fact that the healthcare system is deeply rooted in systematic racism. We don't feel pain. We aren't high maintenance. Our bodies can take it. These are all stereotypes that prevent that doctor from listening to your cries and treating you with urgency. These are all stereotypes that prevent that doctor from running unnecessary tests. Who said that test is unnecessary? I think I still need that test to get ran, because bro, at the end of the day, it's not coming out your pocket. So let's get everything set up and get me treated. Had Serena not insisted on a CAT scan, she would have died. Because they kept telling her, oh, there's nothing wrong with you. You're fine. You're fine. Send her home. I shouldn't have to go home with my baby and still not feel okay. I have to come back to you. There's something wrong with that situation. So when it comes to our bodies, we must speak up and we need to educate our bodies. And that's what today is about. It's about wound care. So your wound is important before pregnancy, because although you don't know it, it can be a toxic situation going on out there, which is why a lot of our females are dealing with infertility. If you don't take care of your womb is not going to take care of you. We're dealing with females who can't get pregnant, there were miscarriages. These are things we need to understand why it's going on. Why is it becoming so frequent? Why is my friend that's 30 years old have 4 miscarriages before her rainbow baby? Why? This is not normal, and we shouldn't allow it to be normal. So we need to speak up for ourselves and our friends. Also, when you are pregnant, you need to make sure that your womb is a healthy house for your child. Your child is developing. That fetus in there, their brain is developing. Their ligaments, their body, everything is forming in your womb. And if you're not taking care of it, what makes you think your baby's gonna come out perfect? You're setting your baby up for failure because you're just not paying attention. Postpartum, postnatal, your womb needs to get back in place. A lot of us don't even understand, oh, I'm gonna get the snap back. That's not your biggest concern. that should not be your biggest concern. Because how you getting snapped back and your uterus is as soggy and bloggy as ever, and it's all the way up here. So when we understand that, we'll be better off. The major killer of black women after giving birth is hemorrhaging. That's internal bleeding. There are 3 things that contribute to that, and I'll go through quick on that. One is going to be tone, the tone of your uterus. You have to get it back in place. And like you mentioned, skin to skin. When that baby comes out, you put that baby on your stomach, that baby does a tummy crawl, their feet is kicking your uterus back down. That pitter-patter for the whole hour. Just let that child lay on you for the first hour, and they are going to get that uterus back in place. Those contractions after you deliver your placenta, those contractions is pulling your uterus back in place. Yeah, it's going to hurt like hell. The more kids you have, the more it's going to hurt because it's stretched out more. But that is things that we need to understand what's going on with our bodies. Number 2 is going to be the placenta. If you deliver your placenta and all of it isn't out, and there are pieces still remain in your uterus, your body still thinks that it's taking care of a child. There's no child in there, so your uterus isn't going to shrivel back up to the right size. Your uterus is going to keep on taking care of a baby that's not there, and you're going to wind up dying. So you need to make sure that they scrape all of that out if your uterus is broke when it comes out. It needs to come out in one nice big piece, and if you don't see, you see some pieces missing, you need to check on that. The third thing is going to be, don't get mad at me, but the third thing is going to be C-sections. Anything that can mess up the structure of your genital area, C-sections, episiotomies, those are going to increase your chances of internal bleeding. If you're not getting a C-section because it's due to health reasons, you need to rethink why you're getting that C-section. Your C-section is not a toothache. That is a major surgery. And we are dying from that because doctors are opting for C-sections now like they're handing out candy. You don't need one. Your body been doing it, sis. You good the way you is. If it's not for medical reasons, do not opt for a C-section. Because that C-section can cause you internal bleeding. And also we know that some people do have medical histories where their body does not clot. So you need to make sure, go to Sister Dana. She gave me some teas to help my blood clot. I birthed at home. I needed that. I wasn't going to be able to get no Pittsburgh. So things like that are essential for us. And like I said, womb wellness, woman wellness, these are all my priorities when I'm dealing with my clientele, which is why my clientele mainly focuses on young black women. Yeah, I had a client who wasn't black. I'll serve you too, sis. But my priority is us because we don't know what we're getting ourselves into. We need to understand womb wellness before we get pregnant. Like you said, you wanted to start on menstruation and ovulation. Most of us don't even know that. When's your last period? Do you know when you got pregnant? No, not really. So I'm going to give you a guesstimate on your due date. And if you don't come by your due date, the physician is ready to cut you open. You guessed this due date. It's a guesstimate. So go ahead, listen to Sis Dana, get some information, and let that take you home. I'll be handing out my cards for y'all, so y'all get y'all 10% off, and y'all better call me. Bye.